What's going on, everybody? It's Afro Think Tank. I just want to say how refreshing it is to discover black, Scottish, and Irish people. I love you guys already, cousins. Okay. Now, I've been to Spain and I was shocked at how many black Spaniards are in Spain. I was like, wow. Especially Madrid. My God. And Rota, Spain. My God. Had no idea. Shocked the hell out of me. Right? I knew there were black Brits. Right? Well, obviously know there's black Brits. Right? And there are black Wales. You know, people from Wales. Us Americans, right? Us African Americans, you know, most of us don't understand the dynamics of Great Britain. We don't even know what to call them because we know that that island is really multiple countries. And that some of those countries are currently being colonized by the savage barbarian. You are some of the first colonizer getting to be colonized, right? And your story doesn't get told very often, right? But I didn't know that there were, like, we knew there were black Irish. I knew there was a small population of black Irish and they came from the Caribbean and some other places. But I didn't know to the extent. I thought it was like one or two. But Scotland, never thought Scotland. Never saw Scotland happening. But there's black people in Scotland. Ah! Let me tell you something. Y'all make that accent sound good. You Irish, you make that, you black Irish, y'all make that accent sound good. You black Scottish, y'all make that accent sound good. Hell, you black Brits, y'all make that damn accent sound good. I'm going to tell you now. And you just don't understand, as a Pan-African, how absolutely satisfied I am that you are there in their homeland. That is now your homeland forever. I hope you multiply. I hope your families multiply 10 times over. I hope y'all have 14, 15 babies each. That's what I hope for you. And I know y'all like babies, kids. Y'all don't die, y'all multiply. I know it. I want more to come there. Listen, I never had any plans to ever visit that part of you. First of all, outside of Spain, I was never planning on, ever visiting that place. I had no desire. No desire. But now that I know that there are that many black people in Scotland and Ireland, oh shit, I might have to consider a trip as long as I can be around you guys. I need to know where, when I go, I got to come now. I need to know where I need to go to be around you guys. I want to know everything about y'all. Everything. Listen, here's a secret. My late grandmama's maiden name, O'Brien. Yeah, O'Brien. And if you look at my DNA, you'll see that the white person that raped my ancestors, from where you guys at. Hence the name O'Brien, right? So, I might got a little, I do favor the color green every now and then. And I don't wear, I don't know about Scotland. I know Scottish people and Irish people. Then you got the Scotch Irish, right? Like, y'all gonna have to educate me on that. All right. I know y'all got a lot of history. I thought y'all were the same people, to be honest. Right? Different tribes of the same, like you guys are like, well, I'm talking about the actual, the white ones. They're like different tribes of the same group, similar to like Igbos and Yorubas, right? They got their own traditions. They got their own slight accent. Maybe they can kind of understand each other's language a little bit. They all hate the British. We all hate the British, right? We all hate the British, right? That's still a thing. I think the chicken hate the British too. Probably hate us more often because we love that chicken. But anyway, I just want to say this is the type of stuff I like. This is anti-black diaspora wars. This is black unity. All right. This is black folks who didn't know. Like, there are some black folks who had no idea you guys existed. Now we know. Now we're curious. Now there are going to be some African Americans ready to take a trip to be around their black cousins over there in Europe. I'm so damn happy you guys are there. Y'all just don't. I want y'all, like I said, I just want y'all to grow and be merry, Just keep growing. Keep building. Keep fighting the injustice that you're fighting. The same one we fighting over here. The same one we fighting on. I know y'all fighting the same shit over there. Yeah, I think I can recognize y'all struggle, right? We can kumbaya. We can go have some tea, you know what I'm saying? Some Kool-Aid, whatever the hell, all right? Tea or Kool-Aid, we can have both. We can have Kool-Aid flavored tea flavored Kool-Aid, whatever you want. All right, we can mix the cultures up. And we can have our battle stories about show white folk versus our white folk, all right? You know what I'm saying? But all I want to say, I'm so glad you guys are online. Y'all need to make more videos. If you black, Scott, Irish, y'all need to make more videos, declare that shit, and listen. A lot of African Americans, listen, don't listen. Anybody call themselves FBA, don't listen to them. Those are the xenophobic hate groups of America. They don't represent us. So if you start getting hate in your comment section by anybody calling themselves a black American or FBA, no, that's a hate group. There's no knowledge. They don't know the difference between ethnicity, race, and goddamn and nationality. All right, so excuse them. They don't represent us, right? But you guys seem to be very intelligent, right? So please make more videos. Teach us about you. Teach us everything about you. And we are here to learn. Anyway, that's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach them. I'm out.
So, I grew up black in Ireland, which is great. Because nothing prepares you for life quite like being the only person in your class who can't sunburn. And the only one who can't find hair products in Boots. May I add yet, Irish people love to butcher names. I remember this Nigerian guy called Chukwuemeke. He told them his name. And they end up looking at me as if I asked them to solve a Leave Insert maths question. But in all fairness though, like, let's be real. Even I was scratching my head like. So we're both looking at each other like, who's gonna solve this problem? Then my man goes, could you not just go by John? Sure, Padraig. We'll just rebrand his whole culture for your convenience. Irish mammies are powerful, but black Irish mammies, nuclear. And before you say there's no such thing as black Irish mammies, hey, just to let you know, this is comedy purpose, so don't get your niggers in a twist, please. Irish mammies be like, be home by 9. Black Irish mammies, if you are not home by 9, I will find you before the streetlights do. And trust me, they will. Even the guards fear them. PE class was wild. Teacher would hand me the football like, go on, you've got the pace. You've got the pace. As if my genetics came with boots and a scholarship. Now, there's times when my mates would be like, are you coming to the sesh? And I'm like, bro, my house don't do sesh. It does prayer meetings and the smell of death hall. When I was a teenager, my Irish mates were wearing super dry jackets. I was wearing whatever my aunt sent from a barrel from Africa 6 months late. Mates would hit you with that. Is that North Face? Me there like, no, South cousin. Going to the barber in Ireland as a black kid was pure trauma. Irish barbers look at black hair like it's an endangered species. So, do you want a number 2 or a new identity?
Right, so class is now in session because clearly there's people in the comment section that don't understand the difference between nationality, ethnicity, and race. Okay, so I'm Irish. When I say I'm Irish, I mean by my nationality. It's very apparent I am not white. I am a black woman at that, okay? Right, and I've said this time and time again that my heritage is Nigerian. So my parents are Nigerian, my grandparents are Nigerian, my great-grandparents are Nigerian. I am Nigerian by ethnicity, right? But let's talk about the definition, okay? So ethnicity from Google, okay? This is not me making it up, from Google, refers to a group of people who share a common culture, including language, customs, traditions, and often ancestry. It's distinct from race, which is typically based on physical characteristics. So I'm a black woman, so it's very evident that I'm not European, right? I'm African, I'm of African descent, and I know that. That's not a secret, that's very apparent, I'm very aware of that. I've never denied that at all, nor will I ever, because I have nothing to be ashamed of, right? When you're talking about nationality, when I say I'm Irish, anytime I'm filling out a government form and they ask me my nationality, I have to put Ireland or Irish because I was born there. I can't put Nigeria, I can't put South Africa, I can't put Ghana. I have to put Irish because that's where I was born. Because nationality, by definition, refers to a country in which a person was born, i.e. a country of citizenship, right? So I'm an Irish citizen and it's my nationality because I was born there. My parents are citizens of Ireland, right? Because they have Irish passports. I'm different from them because I actually have an Irish birth certificate alongside a passport because I was born there. So that's where we're different, right? So I really hope this helps, because I don't know, people are saying if I was born in a stable, I'm a horse. If a mouse is born in a stable, are they a horse? Like, people are just using lack of sense. Like, it's not making sense. I really hope this is now clear for you. But if it's not, I don't know what to tell you. Like, at this stage of your life, you're still not understanding that. Like, when you're not a child and you're trying to have this argument on social media, it's quite funny. But anyways, I've cleared it up now. If you still don't get it, you can't be helped. I'm convinced.
And what's your name?
Marianne Carty.
Marianne Carty. Is that it? Good girl, Marianne. And what's your name?
Sandra Farrell.
Sandra Farrell. In fact, well over half the names of the 13,000 people who now inhabit the island of Montserrat are distinctively Irish. In parts of the island, the proportion of Irish names would be as high as 9 out of 10. Apart from the more familiar Irish names, you also get words like Irish, Dublin, Cork, even Kinsale used as surnames, which would seem to make the Montserrat children more Irish than the Irish themselves. The first Irish landed in Montserrat in 1632 at this bay, Kinsale Bay. The plantations just inland from here are still to this day known as Broderick's Estate, O'Gara's Estate and Galway Estate, and the little village just around that headland is St. Patrick's Village. Who were they, these first Irish settlers? Well, a group came out from Cork with names like Barry, Sullivan, Driscoll, Roach and Ryan, and they settled in the neighbouring island of St. Kitts, hoping to trade in tobacco there. But after a few months they had such violent rows with the English Puritans in St. Kitts that they left there for the smaller island of Montserrat.
St. Patrick's Day is all about Irish pride. But what if I told you that Black people are a part of that story too? I'm Lante Serene, and you're watching Melanin Mythbusters. We explore all sorts of Black milestones, mysteries, memories, and myths. So let's get into it. There were Irish men, women, and children who were known as, quote, white slaves in the 17th and 18th centuries. And sometimes they worked side by side with enslaved Africans in British colonies. But let's be clear, these Irish slaves were actually indentured servants. And there is a big difference between that and the chattel slavery that Africans endured. For one, indentured servitude was a temporary thing. Most of these Irish servants were forced to work for some years, but then they were guaranteed freedom once their contract ended. Another huge difference is that their children were born free. Meanwhile, enslaved Black people were treated as property, with no rights, freedom, or end in sight. Nonetheless, both groups were oppressed by British rule. And fast forward to the 1800s, abolitionists like Daniel O'Connell and Frederick Douglass wanted to fight the good fight together. But not all Irish people were down with the program. As they struggled to survive as lower-class Americans, Irish workers saw free Black people as competition for jobs. And nothing brings people together like a common enemy. Some Irish Americans started attacking Black people, burning their homes and destroying their businesses. Don't believe me? Look up the Cincinnati riots of 1829 or the New York Draft Riot of 1863. But while some Irish folks violently distanced themselves from Black people in pursuit of being seen as first-class white Americans, the history of these two groups living in the same neighborhoods connects our cultures to this day. And one of the most famous examples is tap dancing. The dance form was born from blending African rhythms with Irish step dancing as a way to express their struggles and joy through movement. As you rock your green and celebrate this weekend, let's just keep it a buck. The Irish fight for freedom also involved fighting the Black community. And our tangled history is proof of the dark outcome when two oppressed groups are pit against each other. If you got this far, comment and let us know if you'll be celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Follow Melanin Mythbusters to explore more Black milestones, mysteries, memories, and myths.
So I've woke up today and lately, I've seen the Americans have discovered the Black Scottish. Yes, we exist. And I feel like you don't know, that there's Black people everywhere. But yeah, we exist. And I just think, I really love you because I'll be honest, I do love the Americans, and things like that. So I just feel like I really love you, and just comment if you want to know anything about me. Like, since Scottish, I'm not British and Irish, I'm Scottish, just to make that clear. But I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like all the other Black Americans like don't really like us or whatever, but now they've discovered us, they really love us. So just comment down below anything that you want to know. I will be happy to share, you know, just what it means to be Scottish.
So Black Scottish folk are blowing up on TikTok. First of all, hey cousins, how you doing? Second of all, I wanted to add some context for why a lot of Black Americans are excited, shocked, and curious. Broadly in America, the message that we have received about Scotland, about Ireland, about England, about that area of the world is that that place is not for us, okay? What we've been told implicitly is that is the homeland of people. That is the media that we've been sent over. Understand, the media that we get shown is something called Masterpiece Theater, where we see old period pieces about, you know, maybe like the 1800s or 1700s or 1900s. And so a lot of what is shown to Americans is a version of that area of Europe that is very frozen in the distant past. In essence, what we are taught, and sometimes what descendants from that place express, is that is their land. That is a place where we're not. And then when you factor that there are racist groups who view certain areas like Scotland and, you know, England and other places as these heavenly places where they can escape the corrupting influence of people who look like us, it's very bigoted. So when we see people in places like Scotland, it's kind of like an eye-opening of, it's like all the lies and propaganda about that region is faced with beautiful reality of your essence and your existence there. That's one of the reasons why we're so excited, you know? And so cousins, we're going to continue down this rabbit hole, and who knows, you may be seeing some of us show up in Scotland to have a cookout.
Ready to form Voltron. Activate.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan.
Wait. Before you go, for all my subscribers and philanthropists out there, I'm building a solar power community water bowl system in Nigeria. It's going to cost between $5,000 and $6,000. I'm trying to raise money. If you want to participate and help me build this solar power water system, please donate to the Cash App and put solar water in the notes. Solar water in the notes. I'll put PayPal, Stripe, and Zelle. Anyway, thank you. That's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out. Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.